The horse is still up there with me, right?
The horse is ahead of you, but yeah, it's up there.
I ride the horse.
I don't think you can get on a horse.
Can't get on the horse.
You can't really get on it.
Oh, I don't have a horse thing. All right.
Well, it's just too thin.
It's just too thin. Yeah.
As I try to reascend the steps, is there any way I could do it perhaps a little bit more delicately, or is there any way I can use my skills to prevent this from happening again?
Absolutely. You can basically, if you have like a pick or something, you can use it to brace yourself. If you have a pole or something, that could help you. You also have somebody stealthy go up ahead and put a spike in and then trail a rope that you could also sort of grab onto like a handrail and walk your way up.
Can he do that? He's already up there.
Yeah, I
throw us a rope. Missed.
Throw us a rope! Prove your worth!
What do I get? Just a jest. Throw it down.
All right. And you spike it to a wall or something?
I spike it to, actually I spike it to the floor.
Okay.
Which I would assume is more sturdy.
With the aid of that, you're able to make your way up. When you get to the top of the steps and you've climbed about 500 feet, you see a wind-swept plain of ice broken by rises and falls, almost like if you imagine a desert with dunes only made out of ice. And blowing snow everywhere. Your visibility is only about 20 feet. Occasionally, you see these kind of razor-sharp flanges or projections of ice where the wind has just scraped the snow down to a glass-like finish.
We may have our differences, group, but I want to say it is an honor serving at your side, and we should stick together in this treacherous territory.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I can't hear you.
I cannot hear you!
I repeat what I said louder.
Adventurers, speaking as loudly as possible, because our visibility is reduced, give me a moment to focus and see if I can sense any danger ahead.
Absolutely.
Be careful, Hammerfall.
I use my divine sense to see if there are anything nasty in a 60-foot radius.
All right. And can you sustain that for a while? I assume it's like concentration or something.
It does not say here. I can look.
Don't worry. Anyway, when you first start looking around, there's nothing around you. It's basically just you guys. Any evil intent that you sense is like very, very close to you. Like one of these guys.
Oh, okay. Wonder who that is.
Yeah. But your little alien detector isn't sounding off.
I have Natural Explorer, and if this is a mountain, we gain a host of benefits.
Excellent.
While traveling for an hour or more in my favorite terrain. So soon we won't be hampered by difficult terrain. It won't slow our movement.
All right.
And we can't get lost except by magical means.
I also let the group know that
an hour
I don't detect anything.
Yeah.
59 minutes later.
Damn it!
No. So the dwarf seems to be using his mountaineering skills to kind of help you navigate. You're using your evil detector, evil radar, and both of you are sort of surprised when you come around an icy ridge and you see a village, like it's just there. The blowing snow gives way, and you see dark shelters made of skins and hides mixed with buildings of ice. Ooh. Igloo-type structures, and long house-type structures, which are clearly with steps kind of leading down in them. They're clearly been cut out of the ice and then kind of built up over. So very kind of low, almost dome-like. And you see shapes, figures, standing around.
I recommend a little reconnaissance. I will sneak up and relay the information to everyone.
On the hill, I cannot hear you!
I I said I'm gonna stealth up.
Good, yes, good.
Okay.
I'll do that also.
I recommend this is a one-man job because I can also read their thoughts.
Well, my good man, I believe this will be a job for a man and a half. As I believe my stealth is just a tad bit better than yours.
Lead on.
Do you want to ride on my back?
No.
I jest.
I say to the adventurers that stay behind, do you think they will perish?
They are not real soldiers, that is for sure.
I believe the village to be mostly friendly.
I'm right next to you.
Either way, I'll wait outside.
This appears to be, to me, a military settlement, and had I approached, perhaps they would have recognized a captain of former rank, and then we would have had safe passage to the village. However, we have some impetuous party members on our hands.
Longfellow, I cannot tell if I like you or not.
I might be falling in love. I'm sorry, so you're going to sneak up?
Yeah, I think we
Both of
both
us.
are.
Okay. If you're going to try to take them by surprise, make stealth checks.
I want. Oh yeah. Stealth check.
You
They
said
try to
that you
fight
could
them?
read minds.
Yeah, but we should do a
correct?
stealth check first.
Yeah,
right?
Stealth check first.
Yeah. You want to get up to them without them seeing you.
Nice.
Dude, I'm rolling so
Is that
well
dexterity?
today.
Yeah, I'm going to give you actually advantage on this because of the wind and the blowing snow, so you can roll twice if you want.
Oh, cool.
So do it again. Can you roll? Oh, that's a
Are
2.
you rolling a d12?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You want to roll a
Oh,
d20.
oh shit!
You don't have a d20.
I don't have a d20 in here.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's dumb. For a
I'm
dice
sorry.
set, that's
These other two
funny.
that I purchased had D20s.
18.
That's more like it. There it is.
You are both very sneaky, and you sort of move around buildings so that people can't see you. You can see that there's only about 3 or 4 of these villagers moving around, and they don't seem to stay outside very much. They kind of huddle down, just moving from one little hut or ice hovel to the next. And they don't seem to notice you, but you also notice that there are a couple who are standing guard. They've got spears with whale bone tips.
I ask Underhill if you can glean any malicious intentions from any of these people.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. Laku manchi laku lai.
I stifle my laughter.
The thoughts that you're able to pull, extract out of the minds of the dark shapes in the wind that you see, are kind of simple, primitive, survival instinct kind of thoughts. Thoughts about family, thoughts about the dragon, and thoughts about the next fishing trip.
All right.
Interesting.
I will return
Yeah.
and tell the group the information.
You also notice, as you're kind of scouting around, that of all the hovels and sort of ice homes around here, there is one that is measurably larger than the other ones. It's got a larger, sort of longer sealskin roof with whaled bone rafters.
It's very ornate.
Ornate is kind of relative here. These are all primitive
Right.
settlements, but this is obviously a building of importance in the village. It could be a church, it could be a gathering hall, you're not exactly sure. People do come and go with greater frequency than any other building here.
I go check out the building.
I thought you might. When you peer your head in through, there are no windows or anything. You kind of have to just look through the front door, and there are ice steps leading down, so you kind of have to go down the steps a little way and part a curtain to look inside. Do you want to do that? You can hear voices within. They are speaking something all but incomprehensible to you. It sounds like Ula Nuga Luaki Munga.
Go for it, Mist. Get in there.
I mean, I have to, actually. It's part of my flaw. Yeah, so I actually do
The
sneak
rest of you
in.
notice he's been gone for a while. He's back, though, with news
Yeah.
about thoughts of fishing and dragons.
I told
He
her-
relays the thoughts.
Yeah.
Where's the thief?
Where is our troublesome thief.
He went to investigate further.
And they found his bones 3 days later.
But they're beautiful bones.
Well, the thief aside, Warlock, based on the thoughts that you've gathered, I think there is no reasoning with these primitive creatures. Perhaps we put them to the blade.
What? Whoa!
Yeah.
No. They're just seal hunters. This is clearly just a small village of seal hunters. They probably have information for us.
I'm not even sure they can communicate.
Hammerfall,
warrior.
do you have a family of your own?
No.
Of course not.
Well,
Obviously.
you also have no honor.
I have a quest, Longfellow.
Yes, and what
We
does
all have a
murdering a
quest.
village of seal hunters have to do with your quest? You fool!
Hammerfall, we can use them to our advantage.
Explain yourself.
They may know information, and we can use them as bait.
Longfellow, you are once again, or I'm sorry, Warlock, once again you are thinking too plainly, as I would expect from you. What if we try to negotiate and they get the advantage and sick their spears on us? Perhaps it is better to ambush them first.
Then you do not have faith in your own fighting abilities. I am to approach the men standing guard, and whoever wishes to valiantly accompany me may do so.
I shall do so.
I shall
I'm
do
with the
so.
will.
Honorable.
You may join
Longfellow.
us, Paladin, or you may stay here and worship your god idly.
I point my sword at Longfellow.
Whoa!
I say, Longfellow, you think yourself brave, but if you insult my god one more time, you will not be given another chance.
I have a badge on my chest that displays my bravery. Where is your god's badge?
I attack Longfellow.
Scene cut to Rogue.
Hello.
Peering through the curtain.
We can't
You see about 14 or 15 huddled figures eating fish together in this sort of communal hall. At the far end, you don't see that they don't have any fire or anything that you can see.
They're just eating this fish raw.
It looks like it's been prepared.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically raw fish. And beyond them, you can see that there is a hole in the floor. It almost looks like a set of ice stairs, like almost like crude spiral
Soft
stairs
stone.
carved into the ice leading down. So there's something under the ice under this building. You don't know if it's like a cellar or if it just leads down into the plateau or what. But you'd have to, there's pretty much no way you could weave through these people to get there. You'd have to go around the back of the building, slice through the back of the hut, and try to sneak in without them, to prevent them from seeing you, if you so wish to. Or you could just announce yourself or just return to your party.
I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go cut the back of the hut.
I thought you might.
I have to, damn
You can
it.
do this really cool thing.
This is a crazy flaw.
All right, and you got your knife, right?
What's
so
his
you're just
flaw?
like,
He's curious. He has to.
My flaw is egotist. The more impossible the job, the more attractive you find it.
Nice.
So the more
like
risk
that.
I take, the
Yeah.
more I have to do it.
Oh, mine's
seductive it
adventurous.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
All right, so you start cutting into the back of the hall, knowing that it's there aren't too many people near that location when you saw, so you should be able to pull it off. But I'm going to have you make another stealth check to actually sneak inside the building without being seen. Good news is you got furs and stuff, so you kind of look like them.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Plus my dex, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that is 16.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You sort of get to the steps.
Right. Crap.
And, you are sort of surprised when one of them actually comes up the staircase and just sort of looks up at you. And he's got sort of weather-beaten features, very Eskimo-like, basically.
Right.
And he just says, "Alak mulak ula ula, monkey butt."
Okay.
It basically says a bunch of gibberish to you.
Right. I jump on top of him and try to stab him in his face.
Oh, no.
Who are you people? Cut to.
I like this cutting. This is
good.
Is there any way I can attack Longfellow where I do not try to kill, but try to maim in such a way that I send a message?
You can basically deal damage to a person, but treat it as non-lethal.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh my god.
But before you do, those of you who are not the rogue, just make initiative checks, because this you guys all can see this is boiling.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the.
So Underhill, what did you roll?
1.
Another natural 1.
We're cursed.
You are. Blade?
18.
Do we add our dex to this?
Yes.
Oh, in that case, that is a 22.
22
Underhill is a 4.
for a whopping 4. Flint.
21.
Okay. So Blade and Flint, you're sort of astute enough to know, oh, this isn't going well. Looks like it might escalate. Oh, it's about to escalate. How did you do?
I didn't know I was supposed to
Oh, yeah.
9.
9.
9 plus my
Plus-
dex?
Yes.
12.
12. And Samuel.
20.
All right. So you can see Samuel is about to do something potentially life-threatening. Blade, what do you do?
Dash in front, like this. Try to grasp his arm.
All right.
That's not a good
Do
idea.
you say anything, or is it just all action?
Hold!
Let him have it.
Flint?
I am going to love healing his ass.
Flint, he's leapt into the fray and sort of tried to stay the paladin's hand. What do you do? Anticipating all this.
I assume I got back on my horse when we got onto the for the travel.
I assume as much.
And
yes.
I just watch.
Okay.
Neutral.
You're like, oh, this is splendid.
Yeah, I would have put my axe in the way maybe, but he did it. So.
And then it's Sam Hammerfall.
Elf, what are you doing? Preventing a paladin's judgment is the most grievous sin. Do you wish to perish as well?
We do not strike each other.
I strike who I choose. And you are looking like a very good target.
Sam, listen to me. We need each other.
Samuel!
Samuel.
Refer to me as Samuel.
Is it Samuel or Samuel?
Either is fine.
Listen to me, please, I beg of you. We are about to face dangers we have never known. We need each other now more than ever. Please.
I will make you a deal. High Elf, since you seem so desperate. If you take up the faith, I will stay my hand.
Just tell him what he wants to hear, Elf.
I heard that.
Fine.
And so you guys have been doing this for about 6 seconds now, and then Longfellow, a little slow on the uptake at first, but yeah, your life was just threatened.
I have my shield ready.
Yes.
And I say, sorry, what's your name? Samuel. I am a cleric. I have committed my life to the healing word. You are a soldier of God. You will be a soldier here. Do you understand?
Wow.
Nice.
I do not take orders.
You
From
will
anyone.
take orders from a military officer slash cleric.
It is as if you want a sword in your face.
I want a soldier willing to be a soldier. Are you that? Let us approach the settlement and let us resolve this. Time is of the essence.
I hope you die first.
I hope to
kind of
heal
god do you
you.
Underhill, you were ready to jump in, and you realized like your sword's like frozen in your hilt.
Ian, it's
Acting
it's
on a
not
4,
nice guy.
what do you do?
Oh, is it actually not a nice
Not,
guy?
not a nice guy.
Oh.
Isn't there enough pain already? Why must we inflict pain on ourselves when there is a greater pain that must be vanquished. Hammerfall, you say you worship a god. What would your god say about this pain that is inflicted on all of us? Would he appreciate it? I don't think he would. We will stay the course.
All right, at the end of your action, which is brilliant, thank you. I'd like to know all of your passive wisdom perception scores. You don't have to roll for this. It should
15.
just be on your sheet, and it will be under your
11.
proficiency bonus
Right here,
section.
That's
it.
So 7.
So, oh gosh, okay. Yikes. Okay. 11, 17.
15.
Okay. 15.
I'm sorry, it's under ability scores? Wisdom?
Proficiency
it should
bonus.
be your.
It's the last one under proficiency bonus.
Oh, passive perception?
Yes.
Okay, that's 14 for Blade.
All right. So the 15 and the 17. While this argument was going on, you realize that over the wind, the sound of your voices must have carried to the village.
Okay, that's fair.
And you can see a semicircle of heavily furred shapes with spears kind of surrounding you all of a sudden. And they don't look threatening. They look more puzzled.
Yeah.
Hello.
These sort of brown, leathery faces staring at you with kind of wonder and confusion.
I try to speak to them in the common tongue, and I say, hello. You all seem to live harmoniously with these lands. We are seeking a wizard named Maketh. Have you heard of this person?
One of the bigger men sort of strides forth and says, Makath,
Oh no.
Yes.
Makath. Uluki naki nuki nuki. Makath.
I point around to try to signify, like, Maketh. Maketh.
He points his spear past you to in the direction that you came from.
Wow.
And says, Luki Lokola. Luki Lokola.
I told you, barbarians.
Hold on. Somebody take control of this goddamn village. We came on a ship. I hop down and I draw the ship in the snow with my hand axe.
He brushes it away and says, Maki lui lui kawakalaka.
Fair enough.
He seems to be getting a little bit more agitated, and again he points to the stairs.
I hold
Oh,
out
look!
10 arrows to him.
He looks at the arrows. Puzzled. Like it's the tiniest spears he's ever seen.
I say,
He's like, are these for my children?
I say, for you!
He sort of takes the spear, or he takes the little spears, and he hands them to his a sort of long-haired woman in bundled up furs next to him, and she looks at them, and she kind of nods on one. And he says something. You can make a wisdom insight check if you have the insight skill. If you don't, it's just a wisdom skill. That'll do.
14
You
plus 4?
you get the sense that he's grateful. He seems to understand it's a gift. Little spears for little people. And he will shout to some other tribesmen, and one of the men comes forth and gives you a batch of animal pelts.
Hey, not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
See what a little kindness does, Hammerfall?
It wastes time.
And then they point again to the staircase.
Perhaps,
Good job, Longfellow.
Perhaps
We
he's
got a
telling
bunch of
us
skins.
we are going the wrong way.
Has anybody seen
Or he's
Mist?
telling us to go back the way
Has
we
anybody
came.
seen
Has
Mist?
anybody seen Mist?
That's a fine question. Somebody has seen Mist, and that's the problem.
Oh no.
Make your attack.
Actually, I have an assassinate skill.
Splendid. Use it.
I'm gonna use that. Yeah.
Oh no.
How's the skill work? Was
Quick
he, is he
question
just gonna,
also. Is your mind reading
You
still
hit,
happening?
you score against
No,
a,
it's
that a
30
one?
seconds.
Oh, okay.
a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds.
And I'm going to give you advantage on the check because he's a little bit surprised that you're trying to slit his throat. So you can roll 2 dice and take the higher
Oh
result.
my god.
Machine.
Max's rolls today?
This is a way to die.
I got 19. I think.
You're definitely going to hit, and you are going to crit. So what that means is you roll double the number of dice you would normally roll for your weapon attack, and then add all your other modifiers.
And it's a. What is D6?
Using okay,
2d6.
yeah,
2d6.
yeah. So you roll 2d6 and add your modifiers.
Oh, 1
It's a 1.
and a 4
Plus
plus
your dexterity bonus, I think.
my
do
dex
so much
bonus.
damage.
4.
Plus 4.
Okay. All right. That causes him to sort of gurgle and spit up blood, and you can sort of, as you're slitting his throat or stabbing him through the neck or whatever, however your preferred method of assassination is,
I think it's slit. I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna go for a slit.
then you can sort of wheel him down, like back down the stairs with you.
Psycho.
So when the people who are like eating their fish kind of look back, they kind of, it's almost like they think he might have like fallen or tripped or something. They look back and you're just gone. You're not
Very
sight.
swift.
Yeah.
Sweet. So
So you're down in the stairs now with this bleeding out,
gurgling man.
gurgling woman.
Oh
actually,
God.
when you look, and
Like, oh, not my preferred prey.
and then you realize you're kind of on a staircase with a corpse. What would you like to do?
I'm going to drag the corpse down. Back down. As
Now,
well, I'm assuming there's furs, right?
There
Like,
is.
underneath?
She's got there's
So
furs.
I'm going to try to like as stealthily like dampen the sound as
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Now it's a little bit awkward because the staircase is only about 5 feet high, so you're like crouched down and dragging this thing behind you. And God help you if there's somebody else coming up the stairs. All right. And so you disappear into the icy depths. This staircase goes down quite a ways.
Nice.
And it gets cold and almost like the ice starts to turn from white to blue.
Ooh.
And you realize, oh, it's dark. And then as it starts to get dark, you look down further ahead where you're going, and there's kind of a glow,
Oh.
a bluish glow. And when you get down to the bottom, you see that this staircase ends at just this, at a hole in the floor, actually in the ceiling of a cave. And there's a ladder that you would have to climb down to reach the floor of the cave. And it's all glacial ice, and there seems to be sort of an ambient light in the ice itself.
Oh my God. I'm just by myself.
Missed adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
This is adventure.
This is
Meanwhile, the paladin stirring up shit again.
Oh god.
Perhaps we should go see where Mist went. I think we saw him last over in the
Well,
hut.
as soon as we get these friendly folk out of our face with these spears, we'll be right on it.
He's probably dead.
What makes you say that?
He does not have the Lord and Savior on his side.
All right.
What better fate could he expect? Have we killed these barbarians yet?
I say, Oya Vigaton.
Ooh, nice.
And he nods and outstretches his hands. We're Vigaton.
I go in and I hug him.
Whoa.
Whoa. How do you miss the spear?
You're hugging his like crotch.
Yeah,
you
just
realize that, right?
Yeah, wrapped around his leg. His leg's like,
And I say, we're all friends.
Not all.
take it easy for a goddamn minute.
My boy Lakalork.